Well, the first was that's why we did a new album, because the last album that we did, 5 of the songs are the same, or 6, but we were playing the first, and it was like we opened the show with it, and it was a strong song, and I wrote it. We moved and walked in on a burglar, and just lots of tragedy kind of stuff, and I just wanted to write something that was like I get over it and move on and just get excited about life. My friend gave me the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying, and I only read like the first 100 pages, and I was on a plane, and I was like, I'm not afraid to die anymore, and like, you know, so whatever. That it's geeky, but it's true, and I just felt like a change, and so I went home and wrote this thing down and just made a song, and then our management heard it, and they're like, we have to do a new album. So I think that was the funnest song I think to do on the album, because you have to imagine, like, you know, like sitting in this tiny little nasty stinky room, and Sarah and Hoxley can't hear anything, and I've got the headphones on, it comes on, it's like blasting, and it's kind of like all like, I felt all like hip-hoppy, like I was all going like this, and I was getting into it, and I laughed like through most of it, but it was definitely one of the most fun songs that we did. It was really fun. That and Freedom, because I was like, I saw harmonica, because when the harmonica's in the beginning, I pointed at the harmonica, and I'm like, we need harmonica on the song, and so we didn't have any more tracks left. So on Sarah's vocal track, when she wasn't singing, we just picked a time when there was no vocal, and we put the harmonica on. So that was a really fun song. That was very spur of the moment. Like, you know, we did a song a day, kind of Alanis Morissette style. So, you know, it was cool because at the end of the day, you have a product to listen to, and it inspired you to begin for the next day. You know, it gave you lots of ideas. We got to feel out how the album was gonna go. The next time I do an album, I think we'll do it that way too. It was fun. We flew down and played with 3 artists who still to this day are like our role models, and that's like Kenny Starr, Veda Hilly, and Oh Susanna, and they did a tour called the Scrappy Bitch Tour, and they had a stop in Vancouver, and we got to play one song, and we played it, and everybody was really excited, and they said, let's play another one, like, and I was just like, oh my god, and they were just so nice to us, and when they came through Calgary, they let us play with them again, and I kind of went home, and we had this great experience with them, and then we had to go home and, you know, finish school, and so I kind of wrote it, like, not in a bad way, like Hardcore Superstar, like in a bad way, like, they were just like, they were very cool, like in a way they embodied what I would like to be in an artist, you know, like, they were very humble, and they were humbling, and they were very nice, and very talented, so I went home and wrote that as like, maybe as a reminder to us in the, you know, years to come, is to be really nice to everybody around us. They really took us under their wing, and I think that
people always make it into like because we started playing around the time when there was lots of interest from Canadian companies, and people made it into this like, oh, you guys are so cool, you guys are like mocking the industry, and we're like, that's not what it's about. We love the industry, we're sellouts. Come on, let's go.
I love people from record companies are usually the nicest people in the business, and we've had good luck with them. Yeah,
so, but that's not. But
it
that's
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't written about the industry at all. It was written it was like a reminder to be like, lots of cool stuff is gonna happen, lots of bad stuff's gonna happen, and just to remember to be really nice to everybody, and to be really nice, especially to, as you get higher in the business, to be nice to everyone below you too, because they're the people that are doing most of the work a lot of the time, and they're the people that are gonna open for you and entertain your crowd. And I've heard lots of stories about bands opening for other bands and then turning out like the next year and they're bigger and that band's opening for them. So you better be nice, because we're gonna come around and you're gonna be opening for us. And so, because we've had bands treat us really badly, and I don't think that's fair, you know, because we're really nice to everybody. So it was just a reminder. It's weird how it's been kind of portrayed as like this like fuck the industry, but it's like not at all.
I wrote hype about. I don't even know what I wrote about. I hadn't written in a long time. My whole entire writing career has been actual writing blocks since the beginning, so I don't ever feel like I've gone on a really good...
When she writes a song, it's a bad thing because it means 6 months of her not writing.
Yeah. I have trouble with writing, I don't know why, but hype I kind of wrote... I don't know. I don't even know. I guess it's sort of about the same sort of thing as Superstar, kind of like getting on a good wave and then not getting too high on yourself because you can come back down, I guess. Like, you can, I don't know, it was kind of like, and then not feeling bad about it either, though. Like, I think it's about being strong and, like, no matter what's going on, and it's kind of like a strength song. When I started playing it, I really was like, it was a cool thing. It's like, it probably came from feeling like everyone was always hyping us up, and then we'd get there, and the normal reaction for our first year of touring was, like, people would come to the show, and they'd be like, wow, I heard a lot of shit about you guys are good, but I heard a lot of stuff, like, meaning, like, we weren't living up to the expectations, so I kind of wrote that song meaning that, like, people put so much on you, and they don't think it's cool, oh well, you know?
Okay, I think the siren is...
And we knew he was doing an acoustic tour. And
I think we were just excited to get work.
yeah, like when they phoned us and they told us, I didn't jump up and down or do anything else like that. Because I mean, you have to keep it. Reality is reality, and the reality of this situation is that we're the opener, and we've done lots of opening spots, and that means that not everyone's there to see you, and a lot of the time people do care, but a lot of the time they don't. It's a good job for us because it gets us out to meet the retail and all those other things too. But I mean, it's an honor. I mean, you know, like it's cool. Like at least we're opening for someone like who's completely.
My mom was extremely excited.
Yeah, she told people, like random people, like when we saw her at the end of the day, she was like, I told people in this store, in this store, in this store, and like nobody cared. And it's very exciting, and I think it makes people around us excited too. Like, and it's definitely it helps us. It helps us get people interested in us because it's a vehicle to get us somewhere else. You know, every show we've ever played in a way has sort of like built on that. You know, we can use it to avoid not getting shows, I guess. Like Lilith Fair, we worked off that for like a month. We only played one show, but we were like, yeah, we're Tegan and Sara. Didn't you hear about us? We played Lilith Fair. And they'd be like, all right, you get a show. All right, we'll give you $500. So yeah.
Like I love to play music, but as a career, like if I wasn't doing this, it would be school for sure.
And I have absolutely no idea. I wouldn't have gone to school, and I would.
She'd be leeching off of me.
Like I have no idea. Like I would have moved probably to Vancouver right away, probably, and I really don't know what I would do with my life. Like I don't
gotten into hard drugs, and I would have been like the successful one.
Like I don't know. Like I don't want to play music for the rest of my life. That's not the only thing. And if it ended tomorrow,
as a job,
yeah. Like I'll always play music, but if I wasn't playing music as a job, I have no idea. Because I don't really like anything. I just want to lay on the beach a lot of the time, you know. But I don't even like the sun, so a cold beach, not by water.
That's what you want to lay in the backyard in the sandbox.
Pretty much, yeah, but not my backyard, and I don't want it to be sunny. So.
I don't know if I can work that out for you. I think you probably come from the right country though. Like
yeah.
In Canada, you could probably lay in the backyard.
Yeah. Well, different parts of Canada. Like Toronto's like hot. Like East Coast is really hot in the summer, and West Coast we're in Central Canada. Central Canada and Northern Canada is cold.
Yeah.
But Vancouver, you know, it's basically like.
What happened to the cute little kid that I used to know that wanted to work with polar bears in the Arctic
yeah,
and stuff? Why do you have
that's
to
what I first wanted to do.
Angsty now.
I'm not angsty.
I'd rather die. I'd rather lay in the street bleeding than do anything else.